I asked Tommy where Doc...
I think so.
And maybe... Hello! We got caught. To just join us later on the show, Scott Morris, the puzzle editor of Omni Magazine, will be with us. Some baffling things. Right now, my first guest is one of the truly great entertainers in the entire world. He'll be at the Fox Theater in St. Louis, November the 20th through the 25th. There's some people from the Fox Theater or a couple of foxes, one of the two. He'll also be at the Premier Theater in Detroit with Bill Cosby, December the 2nd through the 6th. Would you welcome, please, the one and only Sammy Davis, Jr.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. George, if you will.
Love was never gone as we travel on. Love's what we'll remember.
Huh. Kiss the day goodbye, the sweetness and the sorrow. We did what we had to do, but I can't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew, but I don't regret what I did for love, what I did for love. Gone. Love was never gone as we travel on. Love's what we'll remember. Kiss the day goodbye. Then point me toward tomorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. Can't forget, won't regret what I did for love. Can't forget, won't regret what I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. Point me toward tomorrow. It's as if we always knew that the gift was ours to borrow. But I can't forget, and I don't regret what I did for love, what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. Oh, what I did for love. Oh, what I did for love. Dum 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 dum. What I did for, 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 what I did for love.
What I did for love.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. May I? Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. When I come to do the show with John and Ed and all the guys back here, it is always something special for me because they're all friends. And I always try to include something that we do in the show that we don't get a chance to do on television any other place but here. And this is one of the songs that we'd like to do. Though it's been claimed by a lot of people, it was introduced over 35, 40 years ago by Mitzi Green. Sinatra has a little piece of it. I have claimed a smidgen, but it really belongs to Lena Horne. I've wined and dined on mulligan stew, never wished for turkey. I've hitched and hiked and drifted too, from Maine to Albuquerque. When I go home to Harlem, I try to act real cool. Hey, what it is, blood? But when I go uptown, I make damn sure that I never take Peter O'Toole. Social circles, I made that up. Social circles spin too fast for me. All right. My whole bohemia, that's the place I want to be. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She adores the theater. Thank you. Won't arrive there late. She'll never argue with a cat she hates. And that's why the lady is a tramp. Won't go to Coney. Malibu is fine. Loves the French Riviera in season divine. Refuses to believe Jesse Jackson is a friend of mine. That's why the lady is a tramp. She likes that green grass growing under her shoes. Ray Charles singing the blues. She's flat, that's that, and she's alone when she lowers that lamp. That's why the lady is a tramp. The Tonight Show Orchestra. Look out. Under the direction of my man, George Rose. George! She likes that free, fresh wind in her hair. Her life's without care. She is broke, but it's okay. Hates California. It's smoky and damp. That's why the lady is a tramp. Why the lady, yeah. Now why the lady, yeah. Why the lady is a tramp. Yeah. She likes that free, fresh wind in her wig. There ain't nothing she don't dig. She's a swinger, a humdinger, hates San Francisco. She thinks it's too hilly and damp. That's why my lady is a tramp. Why the lady, 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 lady. Why the lady get it?
Super.
Thank you.
That's dynamite. You got to get some charts. No arrangements at all. That's dynamite to listen to.
May I thank George?
No,
of
you
course,
can't.
all my
Of course you
guys
can't.
and your band.
Yeah, George, guys,
out.
thank you. We have to do this. We're being right back. Stay where you are. Yeah. We are back. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you, John.
You're singing better than ever. It's like wine. You get better all the time.
Thank you.
How do you keep the energy level up? Seriously, I don't mean that as a dumb question, but you work constantly.
I work not as much as I used to, but I work a great deal. But one of the reasons, and I might as well say it now, and because I'm so proud of it, this month marks my first year without drinking booze.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. And that's not easy.
Thank you.
Good for you. And people who've been through that know how difficult and what a transformation that is.
Yes, and what happens is with me, and I'm not a born-again straight, you know,
Right.
but far be it. But I would like to just say that what happened for me is I got all of my energy back.
Right.
I found myself doing things now. I'm able to do things that I haven't been able to do in 20 years as a performer.
Right.
And I don't have to worry about coming out here performing at the level. I used to have to, it used to
Pump yourself up.
pump up, you know, and you had to have the eye opener, and you had to have the little taste before you walked on the stage and all that. I don't do any of that. And the hardest thing, as I sometimes say on stage, the hardest thing I had to get used to was waking up in the morning and realizing that's as good as I'm going to feel all day.
That's better than waking up after a party and saying, did I have a car? You know. I know those kind of nights. We talked about this before. You were 3 years old or 4 performing, right?
Yeah, 3.
Can you really remember back at 3 performing with your dad and your uncle?
I remember
Or is it
some
kind
of
of
the
hazy,
stuff.
some of it?
Some of it's hazy, and because people have told me the story so much, I don't know where the storytelling has begun and where it's, you know, the other stuff starts.
Right.
Where one stops and one starts. But I remember most of the things, and the thing that I like about it is I find people. Last night I had the good fortune of, I have been a board member of the National Association for Child Abuse, the Prevention of Child Abuse, for the past, that's good, isn't it? We went down to San Diego and we presented the check for $125,000. And thanks to the bridge players.
That's right.
Which is marvelous. And let me explain why I just made that slip. Because I got rid of all the phony talk that Billy Crystal and all those people are still doing of me. What happens, and I'm going to tell you this, because you got to hear this. I have been having, this is my first time to work in over 2 weeks, because I have been going through dental surgery. I've had, and I'm not going to lie to you, see, I'm going to be honest with you and the audience. All this, you know this smile?
Yeah.
I have 2 dentists that have been doing my teeth for over 30 years. Glick and Schultz here in Beverly Hills, right? And this is a whole plate. This is not just individual caps.
Is that Glick's or Schultz's? Which one?
This is Glick and this is Schultz. So now, and this can only happen to me, John. I swear to goodness, and this is not a joke. The other night, they put a temporary in. The other night, I'm going out to dinner. I'm going out to dinner with some friends. The McKenzies and Don Cook, Eddie Peterson, my wife, myself. And as a surprise to me, Don Cook, who is the host of the party, invites a dear friend that I've known many, many years, Elizabeth Taylor. Now, I don't care how long you've known somebody like Elizabeth Taylor. I know it happens to you. It happens to you, Ed. Every once in a while, you can be buddy-buddy, but every once in a while, it's like me with Sinatra. You know, you look around and say, I'm sitting with Ray Sinatra. Yeah. And with Elizabeth Taylor, it's even more so, and she looks fantastic. And I'm sitting there dressed to the nines, man, knowing I'm straight, and we're celebrating that together, the sobriety. Right. So we're talking, and everything's marvelous, and the little salad arrives, and I'm being as charming and as uptown as I'm ever going to get. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, as I turn like this, the whole plate went kaklunka. No, I did. I really wanted you. And Elizabeth starts to look at me like this. My wife across the table, sitting with Mr. McKenzie, she's looking at me, what's wrong with him? The plate is back, and anybody out there in this audience, you know that if your plate slips, you can never get it back in the right place while you're talking. There is no way to go like this here, and it's right back. You understand? So I was going through this for about 30 seconds, like, well, just, and finally I did the only thing that was honest. I just went like that. I ain't got no teeth.
You wouldn't have done that a year ago, would you?
No, I certainly
No,
wouldn't.
that's a great story. Boy, as you get older, you get more mellow, right? It's all out front now.
It's all out
No more
front.
copping out.
That's it.
We'll take a break. Then we got a special treat for you. Stay back. Stay right there. Stay where you are. Come back. Stay back. Down. Up. Over. Okay, thank you, Tom. We're back. Either you're going to do Winston Churchill, or tell them about this, because I wanted you to do this.
Of all the years that we've known each other, and I've done the show, New York here, I've never done this number. I would like to do, for John and for his audience, something from one of the things that I'm very proud that I was a part of. I was in a picture called Porgy and Bess. Yeah. And I played, thank you. And I played Sporting Life. And I only done this many years ago on television. I'm going to get over here. I'd like to do the song that Sporting Life sings to Bess, called There's a Boat That's Leaving Soon for New York. I'd like to do it.
It's all yours, son.
Hello, Bess. There's a boat that's leaving soon for New York. Come with me. That's where we belong, sister. You and me can live that high life in New York. Come with me. There you won't go wrong, sister. I'll buy you the swellest mansion up on Upper Fifth Avenue, and through Harlem we'll go strutting, we'll go a-strutting, and there'll be nothing too good for you. I'll dress you in silks and satins, and in the latest Paris style. All your blues you'll be forgetting. You'll be forgetting. There'll be no fretting. Just nothing but smiles. Come along with me. Don't be a fool. Don't be afraid, Bess. Come along. Come on. Come along. There's a boat that's leaving soon for New York. Come with me. That's where we belong, sister. That's where we belong. Come on, Bess.
That's good to hear. That's nice, man. Thank you. That's great to hear again. Thank you. I see.
The intensity of the evilness of that character, it just drains you. Thank you for receiving it so much.
But the plate stayed in, too.
Yeah.
And we'll be back right after this. I want you to show them this thing you were showing me backstage.
Oh, this is a little item called a hexaflexagon, and it was created by some mathematicians at Princeton a few years ago. It's folded out of a long strip of paper.
Right.
And it just seems to have several faces. You notice that at this point it's a sort of a pinwheel.
Yeah, and the other side
if you
is...
flip it like this, it sort of becomes like a windmill with rectangles.
Right.
Now the other side is something completely different. But if you then flip it again, you get this side, and the other side changes to this.
That's weird.
And then then you're back to the pinwheel, and if you keep going, you notice how the green is in the center. If I now flip it this way, the blue is in the center.
Yeah.
But the back has changed.
Right.
Now this is pink around the outside.
Yeah.
And if I fold it like that, we get the light blue around the outside, but the back is back to...
Now, you showed me once how to...
Well, there's a different side.
Now, if I take this,
There's a blue side in there, and I want you to see if you can find it.
if I do that and open this up, I get that.
Yeah, you always pinch two adjacent triangles down and
So
push
if I
the
pinch
opposite side in.
pinch that
and
down,
push that in and
push
open it
that
at
in,
the
and
top
then
like a
open it up.
flower. And now you've got a nice...
That's very strange. I don't know what I'm doing.
See if you can find the... We start there. There's a clean orange side.
Yeah.
There's that
Yeah, show it to
star.
the
Now
camera,
see if we
does
can find the blue side. There's...
There's the blue.
You hadn't even seen that side before.
No, that's a new one.
So if I jumble it up a bit, then I can give it to you and you can see if you can find the blue side.
Well, certainly. You just take this, you move that down there and push that in, and no, wrong. Okay. You take...
This was originally, it was originally invented by a British graduate student, Arthur Stone. He came to Princeton from England, and he had the...
So he was stoned.
No, he was Arthur Stone.
Oh.
It would help to be a little bit... Okay, that is fascinating.
The notebook paper in England didn't fit the American notebook, so he had to cut a bunch of strips off the paper, and he was fiddling it
Very
with it one
strange,
night.
in fact. Okay, what else we got? Do the bar thing for them. The bar bet. You know,
Oh,
with
bar
the dollar.
bet? All right. We were talking. The bar bets are like sucker bets. The people think they can do it, but they can't. Sammy, you want to assist on
Show
this?
them how easy to do it. Do it
Well,
yourself
basically,
first.
I'm going to just drop this $5 bill, and if you can catch it, you got it. Put your hands around it like that, and just catch it. So I will drop it, and you just catch it. Put your hands out. You can get them real close, and as soon as I drop it, you catch. No. just grab it. Maybe I give you 100. Maybe you'd be more motivated. See if you can catch the $5. Ready? No, just... Now, of course, what's happening here...
You haven't dropped it yet. You got to remember, Sammy grew up in the Depression. You see. You know, what the idea of this is, what really happens on this, of course, you can do this yourself, you see, and you know when you're going to drop it.
Your brain knows when you're dropping it.
But the
so you
problem
can
is
catch
somebody
right away.
else cannot coordinate quickly enough. You can't do this, can you?
No. What
You
happens
try it
is...
now. Now you know that
Well,
I'm
I'm
going to
right-handed, so
drop that, don't you? And there's no way you can catch it.
When
Unless
you don't know when it's going to drop, you have to visually see the drop. That has to go through your eye, to your brain, all the way down your arm.
Out the
to
bar
make your
stool and
hand,
back again. Right.
and then sloss and
Okay.
cut off.
What else we got here now we can do? What do you want to start with?
Well, how about these?
Just all right, try one of those.
This is, these are an unusual kind of puzzle.
They're a little packet here.
You've seen puzzles that you take and you open, and when you take them out of the package, you scramble them and you mix them up and you try to solve them. These are called jumping knots. And when you take them out of the envelope, they automatically unsolve themselves in front of your eyes.
Now the idea is to
Get it back in the envelope.
to fold it flat.
Now this is basically a figure-8 knot that is just made out of wire, and the two ends are connected after a figure 8 is made.
How's that?
Yay!
Yeah, all right.
How'd I do it?
You did it.
don't know how I did it.
Doesn't matter.
I haven't the slightest idea how I did it.
Take the applause. Don't worry about it. I want to try one a little bit harder.
All right.
This is a knot that's used in China to sew buttons on. He's done it out of wire. It's called the Chinese button knot. And it unsolves itself right in front of your eyes.
Oh. Well, I don't even know where to start.
Well, just try bending a few ways. Try it. Don't force it so that you bend it all out of shape, but...
Can I sit in the sun tomorrow? I haven't the slightest idea. Can you do that?
Yeah. You just put your
Well,
fingers...
you're the games editor. You're supposed to do that.
I had rehearsed this backstage
All
so that I don't look like a fool out here. I can't do this at all. It's like
Well, sure, of course.
That's with a little rehearsal.
Okay, we got a couple more minutes. We're a little short of time. Let's grab...
All right. How about a bar bet that everybody can try?
All right.
People at home can do this.
Can we do this in 2 minutes?
Yep.
Okay.
I will hold this up and maybe have... Where should I point it? You, Kevin, come in and you will read this, and everybody else, read it off the monitor, because people at home
Just
are going to
read it?
read this. Just
Finished?
read it out loud quickly.
Finished files are the result of years of scientific study combined with the experience of many years.
Okay, now read it once more, counting the F's. Just read it silently. Count how many times the letter F occurs in there.
All right. Finished files, that's 2. Scientific is 3.
You get
Of
3?
4. I get 4.
You get 4. Well, that's close. There's a little more than that, but try again.
All right. Finished files gives us 2.
Yeah.
Scientific gives us 3.
Yeah.
All right. How many F's?
It's an interesting...
Experience of many years.
It's an interesting example of a puzzle that the smarter you are, the harder it is, because if you were just a little 5-year-old kid, you wouldn't be looking these and pronouncing them.
Yeah.
And it's because you pronounce this word of as a V sound, and this with a V sound,
Of years.
and this with a V sound.
Oh, my God.
So we who are educated skip over those.
Because it doesn't sound like an F.
Sound like an F. But you see this one, you see this one, you see that one.
And the others,
you
your mind
skip over
goes right by them. I went right by that twice. All right, what else you got that you can humiliate us with?
How's the time?
30 seconds.
All right, a quick bar bet for you.
All right. A glass of liquid.
Let's arrange them like this.
2 glasses of liquid.
3 glasses.
3 glasses of liquid.
And 3 glasses of nothing.
Right.
The object is to make... You see how there's 3 fulls on this side, 3 empties? The object is to alternate. Full and empty, full and empty. You're allowed to touch 1 glass.
What do you mean, to alternate them?
Well, they're now... All the fulls are on one side.
Right.
So make them alternate. Full, empty, full, empty, full, empty. Across that row, but you only get to touch 1 glass.
All right, you wait a second. Can I set a glass inside of a glass?
If you want to, but I want to end with 6 glasses alternating. Shall I?
Pour.
You pour it out. Thank you, Scott, for being here. Come back soon and bring some more things.
All right.
This is fascinating. Sammy, you're headed for
St. Louis.
St. Louis?
And then Detroit.
And Detroit. Thank you. You were dynamite tonight, as usual. Next week, Angie Dickinson, Don Rickles, David Steinberg, Robert Blake, Harvey Korman, the Oak Ridge Boys, and people too numerous to mention. Do you have any phone numbers we could call them and see if they... Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Next on Friday Night Videos, interviews with Paul McCartney and Julian Lennon, plus new videos from Duran Duran with Wild Boys. NBC. Let's all be there.